Wow. Woo! There, yeah. That's just what I said, Miss Desmond. The boat came in late last night, and even then, God, so much stuff the young bride had to unpack before she could relax. Well then, let's just let them relax. But let's make sure to give them this fresh morning air when they awake. There's no space left. I think I'll put on here, miss.
Now the new mistress, Berta, dear.
Lord knows it was harder than hard for me to let you go. Me too, miss. Or should I say, all those many beautiful years I received bread and love from you.
Oh, well, calm down, Alberta. George needs you here, and you've got a cousin taking care of him all his life.
But, Miss Desmond, I'm always so concerned about your sister lying at home. The poor thing. So helpless, and with that new maid, never will she learn how to take proper care of her.
Oh, I'll teach her, and you know I'll do most of the work myself. No need to worry about my sister, Berta.
Well, there's another thing, too. I'm so afraid I won't please the young bride.
Oh, there may be something other at first.
Because she's such a picky lady.
General Gabler's daughter? What a lifestyle she had back in the General's day. Remember how she went galloping along with her father, and how she loaned that long black riding outfit and with a feather in her hat?
Yes, I remember, but back then, never did I think that George Tesman would make a lover for her.
Me neither. Oh, but now that I remember, you must not call him George Tesman. You must call him Doctor.
Yes, the mistress was saying the same thing as soon as they walked in through the door. So, is it true, miss?
Yes. Think of it. Got his doctorate degree abroad on this honeymoon, for he didn't tell me anything until I saw him at the pier last night.
Well, he's clever enough to be anything he'd like. I just never thought he'd go in for curing people.
Oh, no, not that kind of doctor.
Oh.
But there may be something even greater you're going to have to call him.
What's that, miss?
Wouldn't you like to know? If only my dear brother could see his young boy today. But Berta, why are the silk covers off the furniture?
Madam told me to. She doesn't like covers.
Well, then they're going to stay here regularly then, to entertain?
It seems so. As for her and as for the doctor, he said nothing.
Oh, good morning, George.
Aunt Julie! Dear Julie! Way out here so early in the morning, or what?
Oh, I just simply had to look in at both of you.
And that without a decent night's sleep?
It doesn't even matter.
Well, tell me, did you get back home safely from the pier last night, or what?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? Judge Brack was kind enough to see me right to my door.
It really hurt me that we couldn't drive you up, but you saw for yourself had I had all those boxes to carry along.
Yes, there were a lot. The number of boxes.
Should I go and ask Mrs. Tubman if there's anything I can help her with?
No thanks, Berta. It's not worth it. She said shrink if she needed anything.
Okay.
Oh, but here, you can take the suitcase with you.
I'll leave it in your office.
Think, Auntie, that suitcase was stuffed full of notes. It's incredible. I managed to collect through archives so much. Marvelous old relics nobody knew existed.
Yes, you really wasted no time on your honeymoon, George.
I sure enough haven't. Oh, but please take your hat off. I'll help you.
Goodness. It's almost as if I had you back at home with us.
Wow, what stylish and elegant hats you've started wearing.
Well, I brought that one for Hedda's sake.
For Hedda's sake, or what?
Well, so she wouldn't feel ashamed of me when we walked down the street together.
Oh, you think of everything you want, Julie. Here, let's sit down on the sofa and have a chat till Hedda comes.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm just so blessed to have you right before my eyes again, George. You, my dear brother's own son.
And for me to see you again, Aunt Julie. You've been father and mother to me both.
Yes, I know you always take care of your old aunts.
But Auntie Rena, is she any better, or what?
No, she'll never get better, the poor dear. She lies here like she has all those years, and God, just please let me keep her just a little while longer, because otherwise, George, I don't know what I'll do with my life now I don't have you to take care of.
It's okay.
Oh, but think of it. You're a married man now, George, and you carried on Hedda Gabler. The lovely Hedda Gabler. She had so many sophisticated admirers.
Yes, just think, I'd rather have several friends walking around who are jealous, or what?
Yes, and to have such a honeymoon. 5, almost 6 months.
Well, remember, I used it for research, too. All those archives I had to investigate and all those books to read, really.
Yes, but do you have anything to tell me, George?
From the trip?
Yes.
No, I can't think of anything beyond what I wrote in my notes. I got my doctorate's degree down there, but I told you that yesterday.
Yes, but do you have any kind of expectations?
Expectations?
Oh, my God, George, I'm your aunt.
Well, of course I have expectations.
Uh-huh.
I have all the best expectations in the world of becoming a professor shortly.
Yes, of course.
Or
Professor.
I might as well say I'm sure I will. But you know that perfectly well yourself, Aunt Julie.
Yes, of course I do. But we were talking about your wedding trip. It must have been very expensive.
Well, that big fellowship helped me out. It took us a good part of the way, you know.
Yes, but I don't see how you could touch it alone for two.
Oh no, that wasn't easy or what?
And to be traveling with a lady. For here, it's much more expensive.
Yes, Auntie, it was more expensive, but Hedda had to have the trip. She just had to. Think, there was nothing else that would have suited me.
No, I guess not. And honeymoon abroad seems to be a thing nowadays. Oh, but tell me, George, have you had a good look at your new home?
You bet I have. I've been up since dawn.
And how does it look, all?
First rate. Absolutely top shelf. Only I don't know what we'll do with the 2 empty rooms in between our bedroom and our porch.
I think when the time comes, you know exactly what to do with them, George.
Yes, you're right about that, Auntie. Over time, as I build up my library, or what?
Yes, your library.
So I'm so happy now for Hedda's sake. Before we were engaged, she used to say so many times how there's no place she'd rather live than here, in Secretary Fox Villa.
Yes, and to have it come right on the market just after you left.
Yes, we've really been lucky, or what?
Yes, but expensive, very expensive.
Yes, Auntie, it might be.
My God, yes.
How much do you think, approximately?
Hard to tell till all the bills are in.
Well, fortunately, Judge Brock has given me easy terms that he himself wrote to Hedda.
Well, there's no need to worry. I put down a security for all the carpets and furniture.
As security? Oh, you dear Aunt Julie, what kind of security could you give?
I took out a mortgage on our pension.
On what? You and Aunt Rena's pension?
It was the only way.
But you're crazy, Aunt Julie. That pension, that's all Aunt Rena
Calm
has to
down.
live off.
Calm down. Don't make a fuss. It's just a formality. Judge Brack said so. He was kind enough to arrange the whole thing. Just a formality.
That's fine, but still.
Oh, but you'll be drawing a salary soon, and who cares? We have to put a little money up front. No more than the happiness for us.
Oh, Aunt Julie, you never tire of making sacrifices for me.
No, what other joy do I have in the world than smoothing out the path for you, my dear boy? You without a mother or father to turn to. I mean, almost about to reach your goals, and times will look back, but you're on top again now, George.
Yes, it's amazing how everything's smoothed out.
Yes. But those who are going to drag you down, they have fallen. And he, the most dangerous kind, he has fallen the hardest. He's lying there in that bed that he's made, that poor misguided creature.
Yes, have you heard any news of Violet since I went away? I mean,
Only that he's supposedly come out with some new book.
what's that? Isler love work? Just recently, or what?
Oh, that's what they say, but it doesn't really amount to much. But when your new book comes out, that would be something, George. What's it about again?
It's about the domestic handicrafts of Brabant in the Middle Ages.
Wow. Think of it. That you could write about those things.
Well, actually, the book might take quite a while yet, you see. I have a tremendous collection of material to put in order.
Yes, collecting and organizing. You're the best at that. You aren't my dear brother's son for nothing.
I so much look forward to getting started. Especially now with my own comfortable home to work in.
Yes, and especially now that you have that wife who stole your heart.
Oh, yes, Aunt Julie, she's the best part of it, Hedda. But I think she's coming, or what?
Good morning. A hearty good morning, Hedda.
Good morning, my dear Miss Tesman. Calling so early. That's nice.
Well, did the bride sleep well in her new home?
I survived.
Survive. That's a good one, Hedda. You slept like a log.
Fortunately, but one has to get accustomed to anything new slowly, Miss Tesman. Oh my God, that maid just left the door open and there's a sea of sunlight flooding in.
Oh, well, we'll just close.
No, Tesman, the curtain, draw it.
All right, all right.
A softer light.
Look, Hedda, now you have both shade and fresh air.
Yes, we really need some fresh air in here. All these piles of flowers. Will you sit down, Miss Tesman?
Oh, no. Now that I know everything's all right, I need to go back to my sister. She's lying there painfully, poor soul.
We'll give her my very best, won't you? Say, I'll be looking in on her later today.
Yes, of course I can. Oh, but George, I nearly forgot. I have something for you.
Ooh, what is it, or what?
Come here, dear. Look.
Oh my! Could it be? You took care of them for me. Hedda, look! That's really touching or what?
Yes, what?
My old bedroom shoes! My old slippers! Oh,
Yes, you spoke about them all during our honeymoon.
Yes, Hedda, I miss them terribly. And now you get to see them.
No, I don't care.
Just think, Auntie Rena lied there embroidering them, sick as she was. You can't believe how many memories are connected to them.
No, I can't.
I think Hedda's right, dear.
Okay. I was just thinking, since she's now part of the family.
God, it's never gonna work out with this maid, George.
No,
But Hedda-
Berta.
No, look! She left her old, dirty hat lying on the chair.
But Hedda,
Suppose somebody came in and saw it.
that's Aunt Julie's hat.
Oh. Oops.
Yes, that's mine. And it certainly isn't old and dirty, Miss Hedda.
Yes, I did not look at it that closely, Miss Townsend.
It's actually the very first time I've worn it.
And it's lovely too, most attractive.
Well, that doesn't matter anymore. But my umbrella, oh, there it is. That's mine, not Berta's.
A new hat and a new umbrella? Think of it, Hedda.
Charming.
Yes, aren't they? Oh, but Aunt Julie, before you go, take a good look at Hedda. See how charming and pretty she is.
Stop it.
Well, there's nothing new about that, darling.
No, but
Hedda's
can you-
been lovely all her life.
No, but can you see how plump she's grown? How much she's filled out on the trip?
Stop.
Filled out?
Yes, I mean, you can't see it very well when she has clothes on, but I have the opportunity.
You have no opportunity for anything.
It must be the mountain air.
I am
the lake.
exactly as I was when I left.
Oh, lovely.
You say that, but no, you certainly are not, Hedda.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Yes.
God bless Hedda Tesman for George's sake.
That is enough.
Well, I won't let a day go by without looking in on both of you.
Yes, please do that, or what?
Well then, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh. Goodbye.
Hedda, what are you standing there and looking at?
The leaves. They're so yellow and withered.
Well, we are into late September now.
Yes, to think that we're already in September.
Didn't Aunt Julie seem strange, like almost formal? What do you suppose was bothering her, or
I
what?
hardly know her. Isn't that how she normally is?
No, not like this today.
Well, I suppose this hat business upset her then.
No, that was nothing special. Maybe just the moment, perhaps.
What kind of manners was it really to leave her hat in a drawing room like that? It's improper.
Well, you can be sure she won't do it again.
Yes, well, I'll manage to smooth things over with her.
Great, here, Hedda, nice dear. You do that.
Well, when you go there later, just invite her back.
Yes, I will. Oh, and Hedda, there's one more thing you could do for her that would make her terribly happy.
What?
Speak to her nicely. Call her by her first name. For my sake, Hedda, or what?
No, absolutely not. I told you this once, and I will tell you it again. I will call her Aunt. That's it.
Okay. I was just thinking, since you now belong to the family.
God!
Something the matter, Hedda, or what?
No, nothing. This piano, it doesn't fit in with these things.
Well, with my first salary I draw, we can trade it in for a new
No, we don't need to trade. We will move this one into the inner room and just buy a new one
Or we
when
can
there's
do
a
that
chance.
also.
These flowers weren't here last night.
Aunt Julie must have left them for you.
Visiting card. We'll be back later. Huh. Can you guess who this is from?
No, who or
I'm
what?
sure you can. Guess.
No, who? What?
Miss Elfstead.
No way,
Yes.
really? Sheriff Elfsted's wife. Miss Rising she used to go by.
Yeah, the one with the annoying hair. Always showing it off. But an ex-girlfriend of yours, I heard you say.
yes, but that didn't last long.
Oh.
And it was not before I knew you, Hedda. Just think that she's here in town again.
Yes, very odd that she called upon us. I mean, I haven't spoken to her since we were in school.
Yeah, I haven't seen her either in a long time. I wonder how she can stand living in such an out-of-the-way place.
Isn't it somewhere up in those parts where I with Lovecord lives?
Yeah, somewhere there.
She's here again, ma'am. The lady who stopped by with the flowers.
Oh.
The one the master's standing next.
Great, see her in. Good morning, my dear Miss Elfstead. How delightful it is to see you again.
Yes, it's been a long time.
Yes.
Ever since we met, or what?
Thank you for the beautiful flowers.
Oh, they're nothing really. I would have come out here straight yesterday afternoon, but then I heard you were out traveling.
Have you just come to town, or what?
I came here yesterday afternoon. I was disappointed when I heard you weren't at home.
Disappointed? Why?
But my dear Miss Rising,
You're not in
Mrs.
some sort of trouble, are you?
Yes, I am, and I don't know another living person that I can ask.
Come.
No,
You
no.
can sit on the sofa.
No, I can't sit down. I'm too nervous.
Yes, sure you can. Come sit.
Well, what is it, Mrs. Elfsted?
Has anything particular happened at home?
Yes, that's it. And not it. Look, it's really important that you don't misunderstand me.
It's simply important, Miss Elfsted, that you speak your mind.
And I suppose that's why you've come, or what?
Yes, that's why. Well, I have to tell you now, if you don't already know, that Island Lovework is also here.
Silent love work here? Think of it, Hedda.
Oh my God, I can hear.
He's been back for a week now. A whole week in the city, which is dangerous for him, getting mixed up in
What
bad
does
company.
he have to do with you?
He's the children's tutor.
Your children?
No, my husband's. I
Ah,
have
your
none.
stepchildren, then.
Yes.
But was he, I don't exactly know how to ask this, but sufficiently responsible and in the right condition to be around children?
Yes, in the past 2 years, he's been completely clean and sober. There wasn't a word said against him.
Not a word? Think of it, Hedda.
I heard. Not even a murmur. I can assure you nothing.
Oh.
But now that I know he's here in this big city with so much money in his hands, I'm frightened to death.
Why didn't you stay up there with you and your husband?
After the book came out, he couldn't sit still.
Yes, Aunt Julie was telling me he published a new book.
Yes, a wonderful new book on culture movements and all their stages. It's been out for 2 weeks and now on bestseller list. I mean, it's made a tremendous stir.
Has it really? Wow, this must have been something he had lying around in his bedroom.
No. He's written it this past year with all of us.
Oh, that's marvelous to hear. Think of it, Hedda.
Yes. If it can only last.
Have you seen him here in town?
No. I had trouble finding his address, but this morning
I must say, it seems awfully strange of your husband to send you out on this sort of errand. Yes. Why wouldn't he just come look for his friend himself?
No, he hasn't time for that. And then again, I had shopping to do.
Oh, I see.
I beg you, please, Mr. Testman. Be good to Island Lovework if he comes to you. And he will, I know. You two were good friends once, and you're both
Yes, we
doing
were
the same
once,
type
at any
of
rate,
work.
yes.
The same type of historical research from what I can gather.
Yes.
And that is why I am begging you earnestly to keep an eye on him. You too, to keep an eye on him. Okay, you will do that for me, Mr. Testman. Promise me.
I'll only be glad to, Mrs. Rising.
Elfsted.
Yes, I'll certainly do everything I can in my power for Island. You can depend on that.
Oh, blessedly kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. He means so much to my husband, you know.
Well, you ought to write him, dear. I mean, he might not come on his own.
Yes, if you could.
Yes, that
And
would
the
be best.
sooner the better. Immediately, I'd say go now.
I'll write to him right now. Oh, wait, have you got his address, Mrs. Mrs. Elfsted?
Yes. Right here.
Good, I'll go on in. Oh, wait, my slippers. Ah, there.
Write him a warm and friendly letter. Make it nice and long, too.
Yes, I will, don't worry.
But please, not a word that I ask you to do it, okay?
Oh, no, that's obvious. What?
How's that? Kill two birds with one stone.
What do you mean?
You know, I wanted him to leave the room.
Yes, to write the letter.
To speak with you alone, Miss Elfsted.
About the same thing.
Precisely.
But Mrs. Testman, there's nothing more to say.
Oh,
nothing.
there is. There's a lot more. And I can see that. So come. And the two of us, we can talk openly, confidentially.
But dear respectful Mrs. I was just about to leave.
No need to be in such a hurry. Come. Let's sit on the sofa. Sit, relax. And tell me, how are things going at home?
That's the last thing I ever want to discuss.
But with me, dear. I mean, after all, we went to school together.
Yes.
Yes.
You were a class ahead of me, and I was god-awful afraid of you
Oh,
then.
afraid of you?
Yes,
Why?
I was god-awful afraid of you. Because whenever we met on the stairs, you would always pull my hair.
Oh, did I really?
Yes. Yes. And once you even said that you would burn it all.
Oh, that was just childish talk. You should know that.
Yes. But I was stupid then. And anyway, since then, we have drifted apart. We have moved in different circles.
And that's exactly why we should start over and make it up. I mean, at school, we were quite good friends. We called each other by our first names.
I think you're wrong.
No, I couldn't be. I remember it ever so clearly. And that is why that you need to be open with me. And
We have to call me Hedda.
You're so good and kind. I mean, it's not at all what I'm
Oh, don't be silly. And I'm going to call you my own sweet girl.
My name is Taya.
Yes, Taya. Taya, of course I meant Taya. So tell me, Taya, you're not used to goodness and kindness in your own home?
If only I had a home, but I don't. I never had.
I had a feeling it was something like that.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it a housekeeper that first brought you into the Elstead household?
Actually, it was a governess.
Oh.
But his wife, his first wife, she kept mostly to her bed because she was an invalid, so I had to take care of the house too.
Yeah, no, I understand. Because then eventually you became the mistress of the house, right?
Yes, I did.
And how long ago was that?
That I married?
Yeah.
About 5 years ago.
Seems about right.
And in these past 5 years, or at least the last 2 or 3 anyway. If only you knew, Mrs.
Oh,
Tesman.
Mrs. Tesman, Taya,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try to do my best, but if you could only understand.
And Eilert Lovborg, he has also lived up in those same parts around 3 years ago too, hasn't he?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes, he has.
And did you already know him here in town?
No. No, I mean, yes, by name, of course.
Huh. But he came up there to your house.
Yes, he came every day. Because he was tutoring the children, you know. I couldn't do it all by myself.
I understand that, yeah. And your husband, he go away a lot?
Yes. Yes, imagine as county sheriff how much traveling he does in the district.
Poor Taya. Look, I need you to tell me the truth now.
Well, ask questions then.
Your husband, how does he treat you? Is he good to you?
He believes that he does everything for the best.
Well, I think he's too old for him. 20 years older?
That too, along with everything.
No, I don't agree with him. We haven't a single idea in common, nothing, he and I.
I mean, but I'm sure he cares about you. In his own way?
I don't know what he feels. I'm useful to him. And then it doesn't cost much to keep me because I'm cheap.
Well, that's stupid of you.
No. There's no other way, I mean, at least not with him. He really doesn't care about anybody but himself. I mean, maybe a little bit for his children.
And Eilert Lovborg, right?
I would love to. Yeah. What made
I
you
mean, it
think
just
that?
seems to me when he sent you all this way. I mean, you even said so yourself to Tesman.
I did.
Yes, right there.
Yes, I did. Well, I might as well tell you here and now because it's bound to come out.
Oh,
right. All right. My husband doesn't know that I'm here.
doesn't know.
No, he doesn't. He's not home. He's off traveling somewhere. Look, I couldn't bear to be longer, Hedda. Just impossible. I was so lonely there after he left.
Well, then what?
Well, then I packed my few things, the bare necessities, and I slipped away without a word.
Just like that.
Yeah. I took the train straight into
Betrayed
town.
him. You dared to do that.
What else could I do?
Well, what is your husband going to say when you go back?
Back?
Yes.
No, I'm never going back.
You mean you left for good?
Yes, there was no other way.
But to leave so openly?
Well, you can't keep a thing like that
Well, what are
secret.
the people going to say, Ted?
God knows it. Whatever they want. I did what I had to do.
And what are you planning now? What life, job are you planning for yourself?
I don't know. All I know is that I have to live here next to Eilert Lovborg if I'm going to live at all.
Taya, honey, this friendship between you and Eilert Lovborg, how did it begin?
Slowly. I've got some kind of power over him.
Power.
Yes. He gave up his old habits. And not because I asked. I didn't dare do that. But because he saw that his behavior upset me, so he dropped them.
So you saved him, little Taya, you.
Yes, well, that is what he says, but he on his part, I mean, he made a whole human being out of me. He taught me how to think and to understand and...
You mean he tutored you?
Not only tutored, he talked to me endlessly about this and that, and the wonderful happy time came where I could partake in his work. He let me help him.
You did that?
Yes. Yes, whenever If you wrote anything, we would always share it together.
Like true companions.
Companions.
Yes, think Hedda, that's what he said, and I should feel so incredibly happy, but I am not,
Because I don't know if it's going to
Oh,
last.
you don't have confidence in him.
There's another woman between us.
Who?
I don't know. Someone from his past, someone
Did
that
he
he's
say
never
anything
forgotten.
about her?
Yes, once.
Oh my
he blurted
God,
out. He said that when they split up, that she was going to shoot him with a
Oh,
pistol.
that's bullshit. Nobody behaves that way.
Yes.
Yes, and that's why I think it's the redheaded singer.
Oh, it
You
must
know,
have
at
been
one time
her.
They were, yes, people used to say that she carried a loaded gun.
Well, it makes sense.
But you know what, Hedda? I've heard that this singer, she's in town, which is why I said,
Let her ring me ready to go.
Perfect. Elfstead was just leaving. I will see you to the garden.
Hedda, sweetheart, can we please have Berta look after this?
Yes.
Judge Brack is here and says he'd like to say hello to the hostess and doctor.
Great, see him in. Berta! Deliver the snow.
Yes, miss.
May one dare to call so early?
Of course, one may dare.
You're always welcome here. Judge Brock, Miss Rising.
Great privilege.
It is really a treat to see you by daylight, Judge.
You find me changed?
Oh, a bit younger, I think.
Well, thank you. It's kind.
What do you think of Hedda? Doesn't she look ravishing?
That is enough! You might as well thank Judge Brock for all the hard work that he's
Nonsense,
sent through.
nonsense. It was a pleasure.
You're a true friend. Oh, and look at my other friend over here itching to get away. Excuse us, Judge. I'm just going to see her out.
So, Tesman, does your wife like the house?
Yes, we can't thank you enough. Some rearranging here and there, an item or two lacking, so we'll just have to purchase a few more items.
Really?
Yes, but it's nothing for you to worry about. Here, let's have a seat.
Thank you. Just for a minute. There is something I would like to discuss with you, my friend Tesman.
So it's the serious part we've come to.
No. As far as money concerned, there's no hurry, not yet. Though I have to say, I wish we had taken things a bit more slowly and frugally.
That's completely impossible. This is Hedda we're talking about, good friend. You know her all too well. I simply can't have her living like an ordinary middle-class person.
No, that's the trouble, exactly.
And fortunately, it can't be too long before I get my appointment.
Well, Tesman, things in academia can stretch out for a long time.
Have you heard anything more or what?
Nothing specifically. Incidentally, I do have a piece of news.
Yes?
Your old friend Eilert Loveborg is back.
I already knew that.
How?
She told me, the lady who left with Hedda,
I see. And what was her name again? I didn't quite catch it.
Mrs. Elfstead.
Elfstead. Yes, Sheriff Elfstead's wife. And that's up where Eilert's been staying.
Yes. Just think how pleasant it is to hear that he's completely sober again.
Well, that's what they'd like to claim.
And that he's published a new book.
Yes,
He's created quite a stir.
an extraordinary star.
And just think, isn't it terrific? With his remarkable talents, I was scared he'd gone down the drink for good.
Well, that's what everyone thought.
Yes, but how will he make a living now, or what? What's he going to do?
Tesman. Fretting about how other people are going to make a living.
Oh my God, this is poor Eilert Loveborg we're talking about, sweetheart.
Oh, what about him?
He's completely squandered his inheritance, and he can't write a new book every year, so I'm asking, really, what's he going to do?
Well, perhaps I can shed some light on that.
Oh,
Remember, he has plenty of relatives with a great deal of influence.
well, they've completely washed their hands of him.
They once called him the hope of the family.
Yes, they used to, but he's spoiled that.
Well, who knows? I mean, he's been rehabilitated up at the Elvesteads.
And then there's this book.
Yes, the book. Let's hope that helps him one way or another. I just wrote to him. Oh, Hedda, I asked him to see.
My dear Tesman, and you too, Mrs. I can't in good conscience let you go on without knowing something
with Eilert?
with both of you.
Okay, Judge, tell us.
You need to be prepared that your professorship might not come through as quickly as you wish.
Something
or
gone wrong, or what?
It turns out that there might have to be a competition for the position.
Competition? Think of it, Hedda.
I can see.
But with whom? You don't mean...
Yes, I do. With Eilert Loveborg.
No, that's unthinkable. Not possible, or what?
It might happen.
But Judge, that would be incredibly inconsiderate. 'Cause I'm a married man. Hedda and I, we married on our prospects. We're in huge debt. I even borrowed money from Aunt Julie because this job my God has promised me, or what?
Easy, Tesman. I am sure you'll still get it. You'll just have to compete for it.
Think, Tesman, it'll be like a sport.
Hedda, sweetheart, why do you make a joke out of
I'm
this?
not joking. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Well, Mrs. Tesman, it's good that you know where things stand. I mean, in respect to all these purchases you've been
This
threatening to make.
business can't change a thing.
Okay.
Huh.
Well then, goodbye. When I take my afternoon walk, Tesman, I will come by and fetch you.
Okay, Judge, I don't know where I'm at right now.
Goodbye, Judge. Come again.
Goodbye, Judge. You'll really have to excuse me. Oh, Hedda, one must never go off and dwell in fairy tales.
You do that.
There's no denying it. It was a fairy tale to get married and set up a house on nothing but expectation.
Guess you're right.
Well, at least we still got our comfortable home. The home we've always dreamed of. The home we both fell in love with, I'd say, or what?
It was part of our bargain that we would live gloriously in society, that we would keep a great home.
Oh, yes, my God, I looked forward to that. Think, seeing you as a hostess of our own elite circle of friends. Well, I guess for a while we'll just have to get on by our own. Perhaps have Aunt Julie here now and then. Oh, for you, Hedda, for you.
Naturally, this means I can't have my butler now.
Butler, we can't even talk about that.
And the horses I planned on having, I guess I could just throw those out the window, huh?
Yes, that's obvious, or what?
At least I have one thing to entertain myself with, George.
Oh, thank God for that, Hedda. What is it, or what?
My pistols.
Your pistols?
Yes. General Gabler's pistols.
Oh, for Christ's sake, not those dangerous things. For my sake, Hedda, or what?
Good afternoon, Judge Brock.
Likewise, Mrs. Tesman.
And now, Judge Brock, I'm going to shoot you.
No, don't stand there aiming right at me.
Well, that's what comes from sneaking in the back way.
Are you out of your mind?
I didn't dare hit you, did I?
Wait, stop this bullshit.
Okay, Judge. You can come in.
Damn, you're still playing this game? What are you shooting at?
The blue sky.
Give me the pistol. Yes, this I remember well. Now where is the case? We're gonna put this away and have no more of that kind of fun today.
Well, what the hell else do you expect me to do?
You don't have visitors?
Visitors? No. And Tesman left early this morning. He wasn't expecting you so soon.
You should have realized. That was stupid of me.
Why stupid?
In that case, I would have come by a little early.
Oh, well, you would have been disappointed. I've been up in my dressing since lunch.
There's no crack in the door we can talk through.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Okay. Okay, that was silly of me.
Well, we're just gonna have to settle down here. I mean, Tesman won't be back for a while.
It's okay. I'm patient.
Well,
Well,
I spoke first.
let's have a nice chat, Mrs. Hedda.
Yes. Doesn't it feel like eternity since the last time we spoke, John? I mean, a few words here and there, but they don't count.
You mean like between us? The two of us?
More or less.
Well, a day didn't go by that I didn't wish you were home again.
God, a day didn't go by that I didn't wish the same thing.
Really? And Mrs. Hedda, I thought you were having the time of your life on the
You
street.
can't imagine.
But that's what Tesman wrote.
Yes, figures. There's nothing better he would like to do than grubbing around in libraries, copying old parchments, whatever you want to call them.
But that's his life's calling.
And that's fine for him. But what about me? God, you don't know, it's been deadly boring, deadly.
You mean that?
Yes,
Seriously?
yes. To go a whole 6 months without speaking to anyone, without a single soul to talk to.
Okay, that would bother me too.
Yes, and the most unbearable part of it all,
What?
to be everlastingly stuck with the same person.
Morning, noon, and night at every conceivable hour.
I said everlastingly.
But with our respectable Tesman, I
Yes,
should
Tesman
think...
is an expert, my dear.
Undeniably.
And experts are not fun to travel. Not for 6 months.
Not even the expert one loves.
Please, please don't use that ugly word.
Really? Mrs. Hedda?
You try it. Listening to the history of civilization, day in and day out. And
Everlasting.
yes. And all this nonsense about the handicrafts in the Middle Ages, it's over the top.
But then tell me, how can I understand?
Yes, that I married George Tesman.
Putting it that way, yes.
But God, does it seem that strange?
Yes. And no, Mrs. Hedda.
I danced myself out. My time was up. No, I cannot think that or say it either.
What do you mean?
I mean, after all, George Tesman is the correct choice.
Correct. And solid, no doubt.
There's nothing especially unique about him.
Unique. No, I would not call him unique.
And he works incredibly hard on his research. And there is a chance that in time he could make a name for himself.
But I thought you believed, like everyone else, that he was going to be quite prominent.
Yes, I did. But then he kept pressuring, insisting almost violently to take care of me. I gave up trying to resist.
From that point of view, I guess no.
Yes, well, it was definitely more than any other suitors were willing to do.
Well, I can't speak for anyone else. But you know I've always respected the marriage bond. That is, generally speaking, Mrs.
Yes,
Hedda.
I've never really held any hopes for you, Judge.
All I want is to have a warm circle of intimate friends where I can be a mentor with the freedom to come and go as a trusted friend.
With the man of the house, you mean?
Actually, I prefer the lady.
Ah.
But the man, too, in his place. That kind of, let's say, triangular arrangement that's comfortable for everyone.
I longed for a third so many nights on this trip, those endless nights in railway compartments.
Fortunately, the honeymoon's over.
Yes, Judge, but the train still goes on and I've only come to one stop on my way.
Then what you do is jump out
No.
and stretch yourself.
I
a
will
little
never
bit,
jump.
Mrs. Hedda. Never.
No, because there's always somebody on the sidelines just...
Gazing at you, you mean?
Exactly.
Okay, but then again,
Well, I'm not interested. I'm going to keep my seat right here where I am, thank you. Very much.
suppose a third man did climb on board and join the couple.
Well, that's different.
A trusted friend who understands.
And could entertain about all sorts of lively things.
Who's not the least bit of an expert.
God, that would certainly be a relief.
And the triangle would be complete.
And the train moves on.
Woo! That's a lot of work, carrying all these books. I'm actually sweating, Hedda. And what's this? You're already here, Judge? Berta didn't tell me anything.
Yes, I came in through the garden.
What are those books you're carrying?
Oh, they're new professional publications for my special field.
Your professional books?
Naturally. Academic books in his special field, Mrs. Hedda.
You need more books for your special field, Tesman.
Hedda, sweetheart, it's impossible to ever have too many. You need to keep up with everything that's written and published.
I guess.
Oh, and look. I found Isla Loveborg's new book. Perhaps you'd like to see it.
No, maybe later.
I skimmed through some of it on the way.
Oh, well, what'd you think as an expert?
It's amazing how well it holds up. He's never written anything like this. Well, I'm going to take these into the study now. I can't wait to read them. And then I'll get dressed. Oh, we don't have to go now, do we, or what?
No. There's no hurry.
Great, then I'll take my time. Oh, by the way, Hedda, Aunt Julie won't be coming over tonight.
Oh, she won't. That's too bad. I suppose the hat business upset her.
No, don't be silly. Why do you think she... No, it's Auntie Rena. She's deteriorating.
She always is.
No, but today it's really serious.
Well, then she should stay with her sister. I'm gonna have to suck it up.
But you can't believe how happy she was, seeing how nicely you filled out.
Oh, God, these fucking hands.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, then.
So what was that about a hat?
God. Aunt Julie was here this morning, and she left her hat right where you were sitting.
My dear Mrs. Hedda, how could you do that? Hurt that fine lady.
No, I don't. These impulses, Judge, they just overcome me. I can't even explain them myself.
You're unhappy.
Oh.
That's probably the reason why.
Maybe you ought to give me a reason to be happy.
Well, among other things, you got the house you long for,
You believe in that bullshit too?
so there's nothing to it.
Yes, someday.
Well, what?
This part is true. I used Tesman as my escort home from parties last summer.
Unfortunately, I was going in a different direction.
Yes, Judge, you had other directions.
Shame on you, Mrs. Hedda. So you and Tesman.
Oh, yes, so one evening, we were strolling on past this place. Tesman, poor thing, he was twitching and bending. Oh, God, he didn't know what to say. I've never felt such pity for such a scholarly human being.
Did you really?
I did, yes, I did. And to help him out of his difficulty, I blurted out, in my frivolousness, that this villa is where I've always wanted to live.
So that's it? Nothing else?
No, not that evening.
Afterwards?
My frivolousness had consequences, dear Judge.
Frivolousness often does.
Thanks. But it was his confusion for the old Fox Villa that George Tesman and I had an understanding. And that was it. And then that led to our engagement and our marriage and our honeymoon and every goddamn thing that comes after it. Yes, Judge, yes. You make your bed and you sleep in it.
That has costs. So in reality, you couldn't care less about any of this.
Not in the least.
Not even now? Now that we've made it so cozy for you?
Cozy! God! All of the rooms, they reek like lavenders and dried roses. It's like Aunt Julie carried her scent in here.
No. I think that was here already at the request of the late Mrs. Falk.
No, there's something in here that just reeks the odor of death. Like a corsage the night after a dance. God, you don't know how I'm going to bore myself to death here.
Couldn't you find some goal in life? Others do, Mrs.
A
Hedda.
goal. That would absorb me.
Yes.
Like what? No. No.
What? Tell me.
I was thinking if I could get Tesman into politics.
Tesman.
Yes.
Tesman?
Yes.
No, trust me, politics are way over his head.
Yes, but if I could just try anyway.
But what satisfaction would you have in doing that? For you, I mean. Why push him in that direction when he's not cut?
Because I'm bored here. You don't think a congressman or a senator, something.
First of all, in order to achieve that level, he would have to be a pretty rich man just to
There
start.
it is. That's it. This parsimonious, petty, cheap world I've stumbled myself into, making life so fucking miserable, so utterly ridiculous. But that's how it is, right, Judge?
I would say the problem lies elsewhere.
Where?
You've never experienced anything that has awakened you.
Something serious.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Perhaps now it dares come to
Okay, you mean that wretched professorship post that is Tesman's affair? I don't want part of it.
No, never mind that. Suppose you were to be confronted now with what, in rather elegant language, is your most solemn obligation.
Shut up. Never will you see me with something like that.
Okay? We'll talk about that at another time. Perhaps in a year.
I don't have talent for such things, Mr. Sir Judge. I will not have obligations.
But don't you think you have a predisposition for what almost every woman finds the most meaningful?
I told you to shut the fuck up! I often think that I only have one predisposition in my life.
And what, may I ask?
Boring myself to death. And that's the truth. See what I mean? Comes the professor.
No work for my love board or what?
No.
Well, he's got to be here soon. You'll see.
You really think he'll come?
Yes, I'm positive. I'm sure there's nothing but gossip from what you told us this morning.
Oh.
Just think, Aunt Julie said that she can't imagine he'd stand one bit in my way of the future. Think of that.
Yeah, well, that's good then.
Yes, but I'd still like to wait for him.
Well, we have plenty of time. No one is due at my place until 7 or 7:30.
Oh, so does that mean we can keep Hedda company for a bit and see what pops up?
And if necessary, Mr. Lepore can sit here with me.
What do you mean, if necessary?
Well, I mean, if he won't accompany you in Tesman, of course.
Hedda, are you sure you want him here? Remember, Aunt Julie isn't coming today.
No, but yourself said it. And the three of us, we could sit here and have tea together.
Very well then.
I mean, that might be the healthiest choice for him, too.
Yes, Mrs. Tesman, you've made remarks about my parties before. You've always said they're only for men with the greatest self-discipline.
Yes, but after all, Mr. Loveboard is surely a man of self-discipline now. I mean, a reformed sinner.
Ma'am, there's a gentleman here who'd like to see you.
Invite him in.
I'm sure it's him. Think of it. Ha! Finally! My dear Islet Loveboard. So happy we meet again.
Thank you for your letter, George. May I?
Welcome, Mr. Loveboard. Have you two gentlemen?
Judge Brack, I believe.
Of course, a few years back, you came to my...
Eilert, make yourself at home completely. So I hear you'll be settling in town for a while.
Yes, I plan to.
Listen, I got a hold of your new book. I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
You can save yourself the trouble.
What do you mean?
Well, there's very little to it.
Really? What?
I hear it's critically praised.
Yes, that was the point. I made a book that everyone could praise.
That's sensible.
But Eilert...
And now I want to rebuild my position, start from scratch.
Well, that's sensible to have.
When this comes out, George Tesman, you have to read it. This is the first that truly speaks from my life's work.
What is it?
The sequel.
The sequel to what?
The book.
The new one?
Yes.
But you see, Eilert, this history textbook, it leads to the present day.
Yes, and this one talks about the future.
The future? But there's nothing we know about the future.
Yes, but there are one or two things we can say about it all the same. Here, take a look.
But Eilert, this isn't your handwriting.
I dictated it. It's divided into two sections. The first part, here, is about the forces shaping cultures of the future. And the second part, here, suggests the lines of development.
Wow, Eilert, this is remarkable. It never occurred for me to write about anything like this.
Oh, of course not.
Well, I brought it along because I figured I might read some of it to you tonight.
That would be great tonight, but I'm not sure we can today.
Oh, well, all right then, there's no rush.
I should explain, Mr. Loveboard. There's a little gathering at my place tonight in honor of Tesman.
Oh, all right. Well, I won't keep you.
No. Won't you give us the honor of joining us?
No, thank you, not.
Listen, we are a very sharp, select group, and it will certainly be lively, as Mrs. Tesman likes to say.
No doubt, but still.
Why don't you bring your manuscript with you and read it to Tesman at my place?
You could
I have plenty of spare rooms you can use.
You could do that, Eilert. Think of it.
Well, if Mr. Loveboard simply doesn't want to, I'm sure Mr. Loveboard would much rather want to sit here and have tea with me.
With you, Mrs.?
Yes, and then Miss Elvsted, of course.
Yes, I saw she darted away this afternoon.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Well, she'll be back any minute, so sit and stay. I mean, otherwise she might have anybody to walk her home.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Thank you. I'll say.
Yes, good. I'll go tell me.
So tell me, Eilert, this new material, this stuff about the future, is it part of your lecture?
Yes.
Because earlier today at the library, I heard you'll be holding a lecture series here this fall.
I plan to. Tesman, are you all right with this?
No, of course I'm okay.
Well, listen, I know that this could hinder your hopes.
Oh, I hardly expect you to stop doing what you're doing for my sake.
Well, I plan to wait until you have the appointment.
You'll wait? I mean, of course, but you won't compete?
No, I only want public approval.
Wow, so Aunt Julie was right after all. I knew it all along. Hedda, think, you. I love Borg who won't stand in our way.
Our way. Leave me out of this.
What say to you this, Judge Brock?
I would say that this is a victory and an honor after all.
Yes, isn't it, or what?
You look like you've been struck by lightning.
Perhaps I have been, Hedda, perhaps I have.
That's because a thunderstorm just passed over us, Mrs. Tesman.
Well, won't you gentlemen help yourselves to a nice cold glass of punch?
A parting cup. Great idea.
Marvelous, Hedda, simply marvelous. I'm in such a joyful mood I'm in right now.
You too, Mr. Loveboard.
No, thank you, not for me.
Good God, man, it's cold punch. It's not poison, you know?
Maybe not for everyone.
Well, I will keep Mr. Loveboard company for a while. You two gentlemen.
Great, Hedda, you do that.
We just stopped.
Do you see this view of the mountains, Mr. Loveboard? That's the Ortler Group. Yes,
Tesman labeled it underneath. The Ortler Group of Milan.
Hedda
No,
Gabler.
hush.
Hedda Gabler.
Yes. I used to be called that back when we knew each other.
And now, for the rest of my life, I'll have to learn to never say Hedda Gabler.
Yes, start practicing now. The sooner the better.
Hedda Gabler. Married to George Tesman?
Yes, well, that's how it goes.
Hedda, how could you
And
waste
this is
yourself
the
like-
Valley di Appiso, Mr. Loveford. Do you see those mountains? Oh, Tesman, dear, come here. What are these mountains called? I
Let
forgot.
me see.
Oh, that's good.
Ah, those are the Dolomites, those
The
are.
Dolomites, they are, Mr. Loveford.
Hedda, I wanted to ask you if I shouldn't bring in some more punch anyway, at least for you.
Yes, and some cakes, too.
Right up.
All right, Hedda, just answer me one thing.
If you keep speaking informally to me, I will not talk to you.
Can't I call you Hedda even when
No.
we're alone?
You can think it, but you can't say it.
Oh, no, I get it. It offends your love for George Tesman.
My love. That's a laugh.
So no love then?
Look, I won't be unfaithful either. I'm not getting into that.
Just answer me one thing.
Look out, everyone! Here comes the goodies!
Why do you do the serving yourself, Tesman?
Because I think it's fun to serve you, Hedda.
No, and then you just poured it into both glasses. You know Mr. Loveford doesn't want one.
Yes, but remember, Mrs. Alston is coming.
Oh, right, Miss Elster.
Have you forgotten about
No,
her
no,
or
no,
what?
no, no, no. We've just been so caught up in these. Do you remember this little village, dear?
Ah, that's the village below the Brenner Pass.
Yes, where we met all those lovely summer guests.
Where we stayed overnight.
Yes.
Ah, if we could have had you there with us, Siler.
All right, just answer me one thing. Was there no love relationship with me either? Not one spark, one glimmer between the two of us.
I wonder. For me, it was like we were two true companions, two intimate friends. You especially being so open.
Well, you wanted it that way.
When I look back on it now, there was really something beautiful, alluring, daring about our secret, confident relationship that nobody knew about.
Yes, true. Wasn't it like that? When I came over to your father's in the evenings, the general sat by the window, with his back to
And
us.
we sat on the corner sofa.
Always the same illustrated magazines.
For Latin album, yes.
Yes. The confessions I made, telling you things about myself that no one else knew. I confessed about my partying for days and nights, wild days at a time. Tell me, Hedda, what power was it that forced me to make such
You
confessions?
think there was a power in me?
Well, how else would you explain all those provocative questions you asked?
And you understood, Mr. Langford.
Looking back, that you could even ask such questions, I mean, it's quite gutsy.
Please say it. Inquisitive?
All right, it's still gutsy. Asking me about everything that you should know.
With everything you could answer.
Yes, that is exactly what I don't understand looking back. Tell me, Hedda, wasn't there love at the bottom of it? When I brought these confessions to you, didn't you want to wash me clean? Wasn't that it? Really?
No.
Well, then what was your purpose?
You're shocked that a young girl, without anyone finding out, sees her chance to peek into a world that was shielded from her, that she was forbidden to know anything about.
So that was it then?
Yes. Partly that, yes, I believe.
Companionship and a thirst for love. But then why couldn't it have continued?
That was your fault.
You broke it off.
Yes. When closeness threatened to grow into our relationship. Shame on you, I outgrow. How could you cross the line with my trust when I was so gutsy with my friendship?
Why? Why didn't you seriously do what you said? Why didn't you shoot me down like you threatened? Yes, Hedda, you are a coward.
Extraordinary coward. Oh, but lucky for you, right? You're so comfy up at the Elveston.
I know what Taya's been entrusting to you.
And maybe I know what you've been entrusting to her about us.
No, she's far too stupid for that sort of thing.
Stupid?
Yes, when it comes to those things, she's stupid.
She's stupid, and I'm a coward. You know, there's something I want to entrust in you now, Mr. Loveboard.
What?
When I didn't shoot you that night,
Yes.
that wasn't horse cowards.
Oh, Hedda Gabler. Now I see, vaguely, the reason why we've been such companions. It's the thirst for life.
Careful, don't buy into that bullshit. Oh, Miss Selmstead, how delightful it is to see you. We've been waiting for you. You look great.
Maybe I should go and talk to your
No,
husband.
no, nonsense. They're leaving soon.
Leaving?
Yes, for a frat boys party.
But you're not.
No.
Mr. Loveboard's gonna stay here with us.
Okay, good.
Oh, no, don't sit there. Come sit over here on the couch next to me. You too, Mr. Loveboard. I just want to be in the middle. As you wish.
Isn't she lovely to look at?
Oh, only to look at.
Yes. Because we two, she and I, truly are two companions. We trust each other completely. We can talk about things.
Without faking it, Mr. Loveboard?
Heather, you don't know how happy I am. He says that I inspire him.
Really? Does he say that?
Yes. She has the courage to fight for what she believes in, Mrs. Tasman.
Me. Courage. No.
Yes, courage. Tremendous courage.
Yes.
For her friend.
Courage. If only one had that.
Then what?
Then maybe life would be bearable. But Taya, you should really help yourself to a nice cold glass of punch.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't drink.
No? Well then for you, Mr. Loveboard.
No, thank you, not for me.
Not for him, please. I insist.
Makes no difference.
For me, what do I have no power over you?
No, not this.
Well, I really think you should for your sake.
Please.
And why do you say that?
Well, otherwise people might not think you're so courageous after all. That you're not sure of yourself, can't trust yourself.
Please, stop.
Think what they like, all right?
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
so sincerely in Judge Brock's
Saw what?
comments. Nothing, just that scornful smile he gave Tesman when you wouldn't dare sit with them.
Wouldn't dare. Well, I would much rather stay here and talk with you.
Yes, that's obvious, Hedda. Yes, but how does the judge know that? Besides that, the way he was looking at Tesman when you didn't go to their disgusting little party.
Are you saying I don't dare?
I'm not. But that's not what Judge Brock sees.
Then let him.
Then you won't go.
No, I'm staying here with you and with Thea.
Yes, Hedda, I'm sure you would.
I get it. Firm as a rock, huh? True to principles forever. Just what man should be. Didn't I tell you, Taylor? When you came here this morning all upset,
Please
there's
stop.
no reason to go fretting around town.
What's
It's
she
fine.
talking about? Mrs.
What are you
Elvis?
saying? Why are you doing this?
Judge Brock can hear you.
So upset, huh? For my sake?
God, Hedda, why?
So this is how my companion completely trusts me?
No, please, Loveboard, just listen for 1 minute. Put the drink down. Loveboard, don't drink. Put the drink down!
Hedda, how could you plan such a thing? Plan it? Are you
And
crazy?
to you, Mrs. Tesman, to the truth. Long live the truth.
Remember, you are going to the party. No.
No.
All right. Now answer me truthfully. Taya,
Yes.
did your husband know that you followed me here?
Hedda, listen to him. What
No.
he's
Did you and
saying.
he have it arranged that you would follow me into town and spy on me? No, I am sure that is it. I bet he missed me back at the office. Or better yet, down at the card table.
Please.
Here's the whole bailiff too, that son of a bitch!
Okay, Okay, relax. You are reading your book to Tesman, remember?
Taya, that was stupid of me. I'm sorry. Please, don't be angry with me. My darling, my comrade. You'll see, you and everyone else. I fell once, but now I am back on my feet. Thanks to you, Taya.
Thank God.
Mrs. Tasman, it's time to go.
I guess it is.
Me too.
No, Loveworth, don't go.
You were kind enough to invite me to join you.
So then you'll come after all.
Yes.
Fantastico.
President, I'd like to read you one or two things before I turn this in for publication.
Oh, I'm so excited. Think of it, Hedda. But how will we get Mrs. Elfstead home?
Oh, we'll find a way.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Halkstead. Well, I'll come fetch her. How does 10 o'clock sound?
Perfect.
Well, then everything's all set. But you mustn't expect me that early,
Great,
Hedda.
stay as long as you like, cousin.
Mr. Loveworth, I'll be waiting here till you come.
I understand.
Well, gentlemen, the amusement train is off.
Choo-choo!
Hopefully it'll be lively, as a certain beautiful lady likes to say.
Oh, if only a certain beautiful lady could be there invisibly
Why invisible?
to hear your unadulterated and pure liveliness, Judge.
I wouldn't recommend it for the beautiful lady.
You are the limit, Hedda. Think of it.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
10 o'clock.
Go!
What's going to happen now, Hedda?
At 10 o'clock, he'll be here. With vine leaves in his hair, free, confident, full of passion.
God, yes, if that were true.
That's the way. And the only way he'll return. You can doubt him. But I have faith in him. Now we'll see.
No, there's something going on with all of this, Hedda.
Yes, there is. For once in my life, I want to have power over a human destiny.
But you have that.
No, I don't.
Not with your husband?
Oh, that's worth a lot. You don't know how poor I am. How rich you get to be. I think I'll burn all of your
Let me go! I'm afraid of you, Hedda. Tea is ready, ma'am.
Good, we're coming.
No. No. I'd rather go home alone.
No,
Right
no,
away,
no,
right
no,
now.
no. You are going to sit here. And at 10 o'clock, I let Loveworth sit in his back with vine leaves in his hair.
Not yet. Not yet. Well, has anyone come?
Yes, someone just stopped by with this letter.
Give it to me.
No, ma'am. It's for the doctor.
Oh.
Miss Tusman's maid brought it. I'll leave it here.
Yes, that's fine.
The light's still on. I'll turn it off.
Yes, please, it'll be daylight soon.
It's broad daylight already, ma'am.
Daylight. And he's still not here?
I expected this.
You expected what?
Well, when I saw that gentleman back in town and he went off with them, he has a reputation, that gentleman. He
Don't.
does.
Don't talk so loudly. You'll wake Mrs. Tesman.
Yes, poor thing. Let her sleep. Should I turn up the heat?
No. No. Thanks, not for me. is that?
Just the maid.
In here. Yes, I remember. What time is it, Taya?
After 7.
And when did Tesman get in?
He isn't.
Not bad.
No. No one is back.
And we waited until 4 a.m.
I waited for him.
Should have just saved ourselves the trouble.
Did you sleep?
Very well, you?
No. No, I couldn't, Hedda. Just impossible.
Oh, stop now. It's not hard to see what happened.
What? What? Tell me.
I mean, it's clear that the party went on until the wee hours.
Yes,
And
yes.
Tesman, I mean, he didn't want to come and wake the whole house. I mean, probably didn't care to show his face either, having such a wild night at Brock's.
But where could he go?
His aunt's probably. You know, they still keep a room for him there, yes.
No, he can't be there because he just received a note from Miss Tessman. Over there.
Well, yes, this is Aunt Julie's handwriting. Then he must have stayed at Judge Brock's. And Eilert Lufborg is reading to them with vine leaves in his hair.
Hedda, you say crazy things, but you don't really believe them.
Taya and you march with the herd.
Guess so.
And you really look dead tired.
I feel dead tired.
Well, how about this? Go up into my room and rest for a while.
No, because I still won't be able to sleep.
Yes, you will.
No, but your husband, he'll be
And
home
I
any
will
minute.
wake you when he comes.
Yes?
Yes.
Promise me, Hedda.
Count on it. Come,
Yes.
go get some rest.
Thank you. Yes, madam?
Turn up the heat, I'm freezing.
Of course, we'll have it warm in no time. I hear the door, and
So go get it. I will take care of this. Good morning.
Hedda! You're up so early or what?
I'm up early.
I was so sure you'd be in bed sleeping. Think of it.
That's so loud. Miss Elfstead is up resting in my room.
Was Mrs. Elfstead here all night?
Well, yes, because there was nobody here to take her home.
No, I guess not.
You have fun at Brock's?
Yes, I really did for once. More in the beginning, I'd say, when he read to me out of his book. We got there an hour early, think of it.
Well,
And Brock had to get ready, and then Eilert read to me.
well,
Hedda, it's a masterpiece. I'm pretty sure it's the most remarkable book he's ever written.
I don't care about that stuff.
But I have to confess, when he finished reading, I had this sick feeling.
Sick.
I sat there envying Eilert, jealous that he could write such a book. Think of it.
Yes, I'm thinking.
And then to know that with all his gifts, he's still lost.
You mean that he has no more courage than the rest of us?
Oh, good God, no. It's just that he simply can't take his pleasures in moderation, you see.
What happened?
I guess I'd have to say it turned into an orgy, Hedda.
Were there vine leaves in his hair, Tesman?
Vine leaves?
Yes.
No, I don't remember any. But he gave a long, rambling speech in honor of the woman who cast a spell over his work. Yes,
Did
that's
he
what he
name
put
her?
it. No, but I'm sure he meant Mrs. Elfstead. We'll soon find out more.
And where did you leave him?
On our way here, we split up, the last of us, all together. And Brock came along, too, for some fresh air. And then we wanted to make sure Eilert got home safely, because he was really drunk, like gone, you know.
Probably.
Now here's the remarkable part, Hedda, or maybe I should say tragic part. I'm almost scared to say it on behalf of
My
Eilert.
God, say it! What?
Okay, as we're walking towards town, I happen to drop back a bit,
Yes.
behind the others, like a minute or two, think of it.
Yes, I'm thinking. Go.
And as I'm catching up with the others, what do you think I find on the
How do I
sidewalk?
know? What? What did you find?
Hedda, you mustn't breathe a word of this to anyone. You hear me? Promise me, for Eilert's sake, or
Yes.
what?
What?
Just think. I found it.
Is that what he had with him yesterday?
That's right. It's all of his precious, irreplaceable manuscript. He went and lost it without even noticing. Think how tragic.
Why didn't you give it back to him immediately?
I couldn't give in the state he was in.
And did you tell the others you found it?
No, I couldn't do that, for Eilert's sake.
So nobody knows that you have either of Loveborg's papers.
Nope, and no one must ever know either, you hear?
And what did you say to him after?
I didn't get a chance to speak. Think, him and a couple of others, they just ran off and disappeared as soon as we reached town. Think of it.
I suspect they saw him home.
It seems like it. Judge Brock went home, so...
And where have you been carrying yourself since then?
Me and a couple of others were invited for a morning coffee, like a post-midnight snack. All right, as soon as I get some rest and Eilert sleeps this off, I'll give it back to him.
No, let me read it first.
No, dear God, I wouldn't dare do that.
You wouldn't dare.
No. Just think of the despair he'll feel when he sees it's missing. He doesn't have another copy.
But
He told me
can't this
himself.
be rewritten? Like a second version?
I don't see how. Inspiration, you know?
Yes, that's it, I suppose. A letter came from you early this morning
Oh,
on the desk.
it's from Aunt Julie. I wonder what.
Wonder.
Hedda, she says Auntie Rena is lying on her deathbed.
Yes, she always is.
And if I want to see her one last time, I better run over.
You'd really run.
Oh, Hedda, if you could find your way to come with me.
No. I do not want to see sickness and death. I want to be free of everything ugly.
Okay. My hat, my coat. Oh, right, in the hall. Oh, Hedda, let's hope I'm not too late, or what?
Yes, well, you better run.
Judge Brack's outside asking if he could come in.
Out of all times, I can't possibly invite him now.
Well, I can. See him in, Berta. Desmond, the manuscript.
Yes, give it here.
No. I'll hold on to it for safekeeping. Well, aren't you an early bird?
You could say that. Are you on your way out?
Yes, I have to get to my auntie's. Just think, the invalid one, she's dying.
Oh my God, she is?
Yes.
Well, don't let me detain you.
Yes, I really must run. Goodbye. Goodbye!
Must have been quite a night at your place, Judge Brock.
I haven't changed my clothes yet.
Oh, you too.
No, as you can see. So what has Tesman told you about our night's adventure?
Oh, some tedious story about coffee.
Yeah, I know about the coffee. And Island Loveborg wasn't with them, correct?
No. He said they saw him home.
Tesman as well?
No, he said some others had.
George Tesman is incredibly naive, Mrs.
Yes,
Hedda.
God knows. But is there something else going on, Judge?
Oh, yes, you could say so.
Oh, well, sit and get into more detail. Well, so?
Well, I had specific reasons for keeping track of my guests. More precisely, one guest.
Including maybe Eilert Loveborg.
To be perfectly honest, yes.
Now, Judge, you really got me curious.
Do you know where he and a few of the others spent the rest of the night, Mrs. Hedda?
Tell me if it's fits to be told.
Oh, it's very much fit to be told. They ended up at a particularly animated soiree.
Of the lively sort.
The liveliest.
Tell me more, Judge.
Well, Loveborg, it seems, had an advance invitation. I knew about it. But Loveborg rejected it because now he's supposed to have become a new man.
Yes, up at the Elmsteads. But he went anyway.
Well, unfortunately, the inspiration moved him last night.
True, he had new inspirations, too.
Very much so. But his mind turned to other things. Because we men said to say,
Yes,
well, we don't
Judge, you
always
being
stick
the
to our...
exception. So, Loveborg.
To cut it short, he finally wound up in Mademoiselle Diana's boudoir.
Mademoiselle Diana.
Yes, it was Mademoiselle Diana's soiree for only a chosen circle of lady friends and their admirers.
She's the red-headed one, right?
Yes,
Kind of singer.
kind of the same, yes. Kind of a huntress of men, too, Mrs. Hedda. I am sure you've heard stories about her.
Plenty.
Loveborg was one of her most famous protectors back in his good old days.
Well, how did it end?
Less than cordial, it seems. Diana gave him a most tender welcome with open arms, but eventually it came to a fight.
Against Loveborg.
Yep. He accused her or her friends of having robbed him. Claimed he was missing a scrapbook, among other things. In the end, he made a real mess.
Well, what happened?
Well, it turned into a fist fight. Men and women both. Fortunately, the police came and broke it up.
The police, too.
Yes. This is likely to prove to be an expensive little affair for Ida Loveborg, the crazy fool.
What do you mean?
He resisted, violently, hit one of the police officers in the face, tore his uniform. They brought him into the station house.
And where did you hear all of this?
From the police.
So that's how it went. There were no vine leaves in his hair.
Vine leaves, Mrs. Hedda?
So tell me, Judge, why do you go around spying on idle love board like this?
Well, it's hardly a matter of no concern to me. If it is brought out during the investigation that he left directly from my house...
There'll be an investigation.
Of course. Well, that's the whole story. As a friend of the family, I felt obliged to tell you the whole story of his nightly brawl.
Why? Exactly. Judge.
Because I believe he'll try to use you as a kind of a screen.
And what gave you that sort of thought?
We are really not blind, Mrs. Hedda. You'll see. Mrs. Elfstead won't be leaving so quickly now.
Even supposing there is something between them, there are plenty of other places they could meet.
Nowhere. From this point forward, every decent home will be closed to the likes of either Loveboard again.
So mine ought to be as well.
Yes. And I'd have to say I would find it extremely annoying if that gentleman were to be granted easy access here. If he were to come in and try to force his way...
To the triangle.
Exactly. It would be like losing one's own home.
So that's what it is, huh? The only cock in the curve. That's what you want to be, Judge.
Yes. That is my goal, and that is what I will fight for with every power at my disposal.
You can be a dangerous man, you.
You think so?
Oh, I'm beginning to believe so. Though I'm thoroughly relieved that you have no power over me.
I don't know, Mrs. Hedda. If that's true, I'm sure I can find my way to do one thing or another.
Are you threatening me, Judge Brock?
Not in the least. After all, a triangle is best strengthened by volunteers.
Agreed.
Well, then I've said what I came to say.
Leaving the back way?
It's short.
And it's the back way.
I have nothing against backways. At times, they can be more exciting.
Even when somebody's sharpshooting you mean?
People don't shoot their tame roosters.
Yes, Judge, not when there's only one.
Let me in. I'm telling you to let me in. I have to go. If I'm telling you that I have to go in, I will, damn it!
Well, Mr. Loveboard. A little late on your call for Taya, no?
We're a little early to call on you. I'm sorry.
How did you know she was still here?
They said at her hotel that she'd been out all night.
Did you see anything in their faces when they said that?
See anything?
Yes. Did they look like they had an opinion on the matter?
Well, that is true. I'm dragging her down to the pits, and frankly, it doesn't bother me. Is Tesman up yet?
No, I don't think so.
Well, when did he get in?
Very late.
Did he say anything?
I heard that you had a rollicking time at Judge Brock's.
Anything else?
No, nothing else. Actually, just nearly asleep. God, Loveboard. Finally.
Finally, and too late.
What's too late?
Everything's too late now. I'm done.
No.
You'll
Don't
say
say
so
that.
when you hear.
No, I don't want to hear anything. If you two want to be alone,
you stay too, please.
No, I don't want to hear anything.
It has nothing to do with last night's party.
What then?
Simply that, from now on, we separate.
Separate? I knew it.
Yes, Taya, I don't need you anymore.
How could you say that? You don't need me anymore? That I'm no help to you now? Where we're not going to continue working together?
I'm not going to continue working, Taya.
And my life? My life now, what will I do?
I suppose try to go on living as if you've never met me.
I can't do
Try it,
that.
Taya, you can go back home.
No! No way. I am not going back to that world. Look, wherever you are, that is where I want to be. I will not be thrown away like that. I want to be right here with you when the book comes out.
Ah, yes, the book.
My book and Taya's for what it's worth.
Yes, that's how I feel. And that's why I have the right as well to be here with you when the book is published. Look, I want to see you covered with honor and respect again, and the pleasure. I want to share the pleasure of it with you.
The book's never coming out.
Oh?
Never coming out?
Can never come out.
Loveborg? Loveborg, what did you do with the manuscript?
Yes, the manuscript.
Please.
Where is it?
Please don't
Where
ask
is
me
it?
that.
Yes, I will. I have to know. I have a right to know right now.
All right. I tore it up into 1,000 bits.
No.
No, that's not.
Is it
No.
so you think?
It's just absurd.
Well, it's true, anyways.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. To tear his own work to bits,
I've
Hedda?
torn my life
No.
into bits, so why not tear up my
No,
life's
you
work
did
as
this
well?
last night.
Yes, you hurt me. I tore it up into 1,000 bits, and I threw it into the lake. At least there, in clean water, let them sink deep down. Soon I will sink with them.
No. This thing that you did with the book. For the rest of my life, it would be like you killed a little child.
Yes, like killing a child.
No, but how could you? It was my child, too. Okay. So it's all over. I'm going now.
You're not leaving, are you?
I don't know where I'm going. Everything is confusing to me now.
You're not going to take her home, Mr. Loveborg.
Me?
Yes.
Walk the streets in broad daylight so they can see her with me?
Look, I don't know what happened last night, but is it all lost?
Look, it's not gonna end with last night, I mean, that's for sure. But the thing is, I've lost all desire for that sort of life as well. I can't start again, not now. It's the desire for life, that's what she's broken in
Oh.
me.
God, to think that this little airhead could have a person's fate in her fingers. But still, to be so cruel to her.
Can't say I was-
You were not cruel. You only destroyed what's built her being for so long. That's not cruel.
Can I tell you the truth, Hedda?
The truth?
Promise me. Promise me that what I tell you now, you'll never speak a word of to Taya.
You have my word.
Well, everything I said wasn't true.
About the manuscript.
I didn't tear it up
No?
or throw it in the lake.
Well, where is it then?
Well, I destroyed it. I destroyed it all the same, Hedda.
I don't understand.
Taya said that what I did is like killing a child.
Yes.
But killing a child, it's not the worst thing that a father can do.
Really? Not the worst.
Imagine, Hedda, a father, in the early morning hours, comes home after a drunken night and says to the child's mother, look, I've been here and I've been there. And in those places, I had a child with me. And in one of those places, I lost the child. And damn it all, who knows where it is or who's got a hold of it?
Yes, but in the end, it's only a book.
Taya's soul was in that book.
I understand that.
Then you understand that for her and for me, there is no possible future.
Well, then what are you going to do?
Finish it. Once and for all.
I learned love for. Can you arrange that it's done beautifully?
Beautifully.
Yes.
You mean with vine leaves?
No vine leaves. I don't believe in that anymore. But beautifully, all the same. God, you need to go. You need to go now, and you need to never come back.
Right. Goodbye, Hedda Gabler. Oh, and give my best to George Tesman.
Wait. I want you to have a keepsake from me.
This, the keepsake?
Yes. Do you recognize it? I aimed it at you once.
You should have used it then.
Use it now.
Thanks.
Beautifully. Eilert Lovborg, promise me.
Goodbye, Hedda Gabler.
Now I'm burning your child, Taya. You and Eilert Lovborg's child. Burning it.
Yes, Hedda. He Here I am dressed in the colors of sorrow, for my poor sister's ordeal is finally over.
Yes, I know that already. Tesman sent me a note.
Yes, he promised to do that, but otherwise I thought, here in the house of life, I ought to bring the news of death myself.
Very kind of you.
Rena really should have stayed out a bit longer, but Hedda's passion carried the burden of sorrow.
She had a peaceful death then, Miss Tesman?
Yes, she went calmly, beautifully, and inexpressibly happy that she was able to see George once more and say a real goodbye to him. Is he still not home yet?
No, he wrote not to expect him too early. Will you sit down, Miss Tesman?
No, I'd love to, dear, but I really need to run along. I need to see her ready and looking her best. She should be looking her finest going to the grave.
Yes, anything I can help with.
Oh, this is private, hasn't it? No foreign thoughts to dwell upon.
Yes, thoughts, not so easily mastered.
But there's life for you here. At my house, we'll be sitting in a shop arena, and here, we'll be studying something else, yes? But a far different kind, praise God.
Oh, praise God, you're here. It's about time.
Julie, you're here with Hedda. Think of it.
Yes, dear. I was just about to run out. Did you do everything that you promised to do?
I forgot half of it, I'm afraid. But I'll come by tomorrow to see you. Yeah, my brain's in a complete fog. I can't think straight.
But you mustn't think of it that way.
How then?
You must rejoice in your sorrow. Rejoice in everything that's happened, just like I am.
So it's Auntie Rena you're thinking of?
It'll be lonely for you now, Miss Tesman.
Well, the first few days, yes, but I won't let little Rena's room go empty for long.
No, who you wanted or what?
Oh, there's always some poor invalid in need and a care for attention.
To take on another burden like that, though, again?
Burden?
Yes.
God forgive you. It is no burden for me.
Well, even with a stranger, though, Miss Tesman.
You soon become friends with one. And I really need something to do with my life, you know, but and at this house, thank God, maybe an aunt can lend a hand.
Leave us out of this.
Yes, just think how pleasant it will be for the three of us if we...
If?
Nothing. It'll take care of itself. Let's hope so, or what?
Well, it seems like you two have a lot to talk about. I really need to go back to... Oh, how strange. Now Rena's with me and with Joachim as well.
Just imagine that, or what?
I think you feel this death more than she does.
It's not just Auntie Rena's death. Isla has me worried.
What about it?
I stopped by his place earlier today to tell him his manuscript is in good
Did you
hands.
see him there?
No, he wasn't there, but later on I met with Mrs. Elvsted, and she told me that he was here this morning.
He was, yes.
And apparently he said he tore his manuscript into pieces.
Yes, he did say that.
Oh my God, he must have been out of his mind then. Hedda, you didn't dare give it back to him in that state, did you, or what?
No, he doesn't have it.
Did you tell him we had it?
Absolutely not. Did you tell Miss Elvsted?
No, but you should have said something to him, Hedda. Just think, he may go off in desperation and do himself harm. Here, give me the manuscript. Where is it? I'll give it to him right now.
I don't have it.
What do you mean, don't?
I burned it.
Burned it!
Yes.
Burned Eilert's manuscript!
Not so loud, the mason! Here you go!
Do you realize what you've done? This is illegal treatment of stolen property! Judge Brock will tell you, think of
Don't
it!
tell Judge Brock or anyone else!
How could you do such a horrible thing? What were you thinking?
I
Answer
did
me, or
it for
what?
George!
For me?
Yes! Yes, when you came to me and you told me that you read it and you
Yes, so?
confessed that you were jealous of his work, I
I
just
didn't mean
didn't
to-
want somebody overshadowing you.
Yes, is it true?
Yes.
Wow, I never dreamed that you could show your love for me like this.
Yes, well then you might want to know that I'm going to... No, your Aunt Julie can tell you about these things.
Oh, wow. I'm beginning to understand. Good Lord, could it be or
George,
what?
not so loud, the maid is going to hear you.
The maid? You're priceless, Hedda. That's Berta. I'll go tell her myself.
No! I would just die, George, I would die!
Of what?
Of all of these absurdities!
Absurdities?
Yes!
When I'm so happy? Oh, well, I guess there's no point in telling Berta now.
No, go. Why not, that too?
No, it's okay. I'll wait. But first we have to tell Aunt Julie. And that you called me George, too. Oh, think. Aunt Julie will be delighted.
When she hears that I burned the manuscript for you.
Yeah, about the manuscript. Yeah, that's true. I mean, no one's to know of that. But that you did it for me, Hedda? That we could certainly tell Aunt Julie. God, I wonder if this is a common thing with young wives, or what?
Why don't you ask your aunt that?
Yes, I will, for sure. But the manuscript, it's awful to think of what Eilert might do.
Hedda, please don't be annoyed that I'm back again.
Is everything okay?
Something with Eilert Lovborg, or what?
I'm afraid something happened. An accident.
Oh, do you think so?
But why would you think this, Mrs. Elfstead?
Because when I got back to the hotel, they were talking about him. There are rumors everywhere.
But yes, I heard them too, but I swear he went back home to bed last
What were
night.
they saying?
I don't know, I couldn't hear clearly. Either they don't know much or they just stopped talking when they saw me. I
Okay,
didn't ask.
okay, then let's hope you misunderstood her, or
No,
what?
no, I'm sure that they were talking about him. And I did hear one say something about the hospital.
Hospital?
I'm so scared for him right now. I mean, I even went to his place and asked for him.
Well, you went by yourself?
Yes, what choice did I have? I had to know.
But he wasn't there, or what?
No one saw him. He wasn't there since yesterday afternoon, they said.
Yesterday, think of it.
There's only one reason. Something's gone wrong.
Hedda, should I go over and ask questions?
No. Don't get yourself tied up in this.
Ah, Judge, it's you, or what?
It's important that I see you now.
Yes, I've seen you've heard the news from Aunt Julie.
Yes, that and other
Is
things.
it sad, or what?
Well, Tasman, that depends on how you take it.
Anything else happen?
Yes, actually.
Something bad, Judge Brown.
Again, that depends on how you take it.
Eilert Lovborg?
How did you know, Mrs. Elfstead? Did you hear something, maybe?
No.
Oh, for Christ's sake, tell us already.
I'm sorry to say, but Eilert Lovborg's been taken to the hospital. He's dying.
So soon?
Oh, God. And we left without reconciling.
Okay.
Hedda. No, I'm going to.
No use. No one's allowed to see him.
Well, tell me at least. What happened?
Don't say he hurt himself, or what?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Hedda, don't say that.
Unfortunately, you've guessed right, Mrs. Tasman.
Oh, my God.
Did it to himself? Think of
Shot
it.
himself.
Right again.
When did this happen, Judge?
This afternoon, between 3 and 4.
God, where did he do it, or what?
Where? In his room, I guess.
No, it can't be because I was there between 6 and 7.
Then someplace else. I don't know exactly. All I know is that Eilert Lovborg was found shot in the breast.
Oh, horrible.
You said
That way.
the breast,
That's what I said.
not the temple?
In the breast, Mrs. Tasman.
The breast will do.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
The wound, was it dangerous, or what?
It was fatal. It's probably over already.
Yes, it's over. I know it's over.
Judge, where'd you learn about this?
From the police. Someone I know.
Finally, something true and honest.
Oh, God, Hedda, what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying that we could find beauty in all of this.
Mrs. Tasman.
Yeah.
Beauty? Now think of that.
Hedda, how could you call such a thing beauty?
Eilert Lovborg had the courage to do what had to be done. He settled accounts with himself.
No, I don't believe it. Never happened like this. He was delirious.
Despair, you mean?
He wasn't.
Yes, he
sure.
was. Despair, same as when he tore up the book.
The book. His manuscript?
We'll never get away with this.
Last night.
That's odd.
Just think that he could leave this world and not leave the one thing behind that could have made a name for himself.
We could only put it all back together again.
Huh, if that were possible, I would give anything to do that.
Well, maybe we can, Mr. Tesman.
What do you mean?
Look, I've hidden all of the notes that I used to dictate from.
Let me see.
They're confusing, in no order, all mixed up.
Well, maybe if we can decipher them, the two of us could help each other out.
Yes, we could at least try.
Yes, we can do it. We must. I'll devote my life to this.
Really? You? George, your life?
Anything I can spare. My research can wait. You understand? This is something out of Eilert's memory.
Maybe.
Yes, let's see if we can join up and make this work. No use in wasting time or what just happened or what. Let's see if we can compose our thoughts as much as we can so that we can.
Yes, Mr. Tesman, I will do my best to help.
Yes, let's put these notes together. Where should we sit? There, no. Oh, in the back room. Excuse us, dear judge. Come with me, Mrs. Elfstead.
God, what a freedom it is, but I would love for exact.
Freedom, Mrs. Hedda. For him, yes. You could say he's been set free.
No, for me, I mean, it is liberating to know that there's still free and courageous action in this world, something that glimmers with spontaneous beauty.
My dear Mrs. Hedda.
Oh, I know what you're going to say, because you're an expert.
Eilert Lovborg meant more to you than you'll admit. Even to yourself. Am I wrong?
I'm not going to dignify that sort of thing. All I know is that Eilert Lovborg had the courage to choose the life he wanted to lead. And now, with this final great act of beauty, he ripped himself from the banquet of life so young.
I'm sorry to bring this up, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to smash your charming fantasy,
Fantasy.
which will be shattered soon anyway.
What do you mean?
He didn't shoot himself voluntarily.
No.
No, the whole thing wasn't like I described.
You're hiding something.
For Mrs. Elfsted's sake, I did a little editing.
Such as
Such as he's dead already.
in the hospital.
Yes. Never regained consciousness.
What else?
The incident didn't occur in his room.
It's not important.
Maybe yes, maybe no. Suppose I told you that Eilert Lovborg was found in Mademoiselle Diana's
Mademoiselle
boudoir.
Diana, he was back there again today.
He was back there this afternoon. He went in there demanding something he claimed they'd stolen from him, kept raving about a lost child.
Really?
At first I thought he must mean his manuscript, but now I hear he destroyed it himself, so he must have been talking about something else. A scrapbook, maybe?
So that's where they found him then?
Yep. With a discharged pistol in his pocket. The bullet wounded him fatally.
In the breast, right?
Not quite. In the groin.
Groin? That too? Everything I touch turns ludicrous and sick.
Something else, Mrs. Hedda. Another uncomfortable aspect
What?
of the case. The pistol he used?
What about it?
Well, he must have stolen it, right?
Stolen? No.
He must have stolen it. There seems no other way.
Hedda, we can't see a thing under the light here. Think of it.
Yes, I'm thinking.
Hedda, mind if we use your table tour?
Yeah, that's fine. Let me just clear it off first.
Oh, don't bother, Hedda.
No, I
We have
got it.
plenty
I'm
of
just
room.
going to clear it off. I will just take all of my stuff and move it up here. How's it going, George? Eilert Lovborg's achievement.
It's gonna be a lot of hard work pulling this together.
It has to work. There's no alternative. Besides, putting other people's papers in orders, it's exactly what I do best.
What were you saying? The pistol.
He must have stolen it, right?
And why do you think?
Because every other reason seems impossible, Mrs. Hedda.
I see.
Eilert Lovborg was here this morning, wasn't he?
Yes.
And were you alone with him?
Yes, briefly.
Did you leave the room at all?
No.
Think for a moment. Did you leave at all, even briefly?
Maybe for a moment into the hall.
And where were the pistols
The
when you
ones
left
that I
the-
had
Yes, Mrs. Hedda.
on the piano.
And have you looked since to see if
No.
they're still there? There's no need to, because I saw the pistol. Eilert Lovborg had it on him. I recognized it immediately from yesterday.
Do you have it?
No. The police do.
The police. What are the police going to do with it?
Try to trace the owner.
Do you think he'll be found?
No. Hedda Gabler. Not as long as I keep quiet.
And if you don't keep quiet?
There's always the claim that the pistol was stolen.
I'd rather die.
People say such things. They don't mean them.
And if the pistol was stolen, and they find the owner, then what?
Well, Hedda, scandal.
Scandal.
Scandal, yes. The kind you're so deathly afraid of. You'd have to appear in court, both you and Mademoiselle Diana both. She'd have to explain how she was involved. Was it an accident, or was it a homicide? Was Lovborg trying to pull the pistol and threaten her? Is that how it went off? Or did she grab the pistol out of his hand, shoot him, and then slip it back into his pocket? It would be just like her to do something like that. She's such a feisty girl, that
All of
Mademoiselle
this
Diana.
sordid business is not my problem.
No. But you'd have to answer the question, why did you give Lovborg the pistol in the first place? And what conclusion will people come to when they find out that bit of information?
Hadn't considered that.
You're lucky there's no danger as long as I shut my mouth.
So I'm in your power, Judge. You got me tied to the ropes.
My dearest Hedda, I promise I won't abuse my position.
All the same, I'm in your power. tied to your will and desire. Not free. Not free at all. No!
One usually adjusts to the inevitable.
Maybe. How's it going, George, or what?
God knows, dear, this is going to take months and months of work.
Think of that. Taya, how does it feel working alongside George as you once did, Isla?
Oh God, if I could inspire your husband in the same way.
I'm sure you will, in time.
Yeah, you know what, Hedda? I'm actually starting to feel it again. So why don't you go sit back with the judge?
Is there nothing you need of me now?
Nope, nothing at all. Judge, from now on, you'll have to be good enough to keep Hedda company.
I'll take the greatest pleasure in it.
All the same, thank you. But I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go get some rest.
Great, Hedda, you do that.
What is that?
Oh, dearest Hedda, please don't play music tonight. Think of Auntie Rena. Isla, too.
Yes, and Aunt Julie and the rest of them. Don't worry. I'll stay quiet from now on.
Well, she won't be happy seeing us do this sad work. How about you move in with Aunt Julie, and every evening I'll come over. We can work from there.
Yeah, maybe that would work out.
George, I can still hear you. And what am I supposed to do on the nights that you're gone?
Well, I'm sure Judge can keep you great company.
I won't miss an evening, Mrs. Tesman. We'll have great times together, the two of us.
Yes, you can sure hope so, Judge. The only cock in the curve.
She's playing with her pistols again. Shot herself. Shot herself in the temple. Think of that.
God bless my soul. People don't do things like that.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so